What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. This is the Madison League Cup round number 2 provided by the Next Level Games. Make sure you check the link down below in the description to the website and buy some sweet Pokemon accessories and items from TNOG, which is really nice. And big shout out to them for actually having this stream. It was amazing and allowed us to have 2 streams at once to get multiple videos for a League Cup, which I know a lot of people do like. So here it goes. I'm pretty sure these 2 guys are Randall Robertson and James Arnold, if I remember correctly. The names have not been updated yet, but I'm pretty sure that is correct. Now, Randall is playing a Mega Mewtwo Wobbuffet deck. I'm pretty sure he's playing Garbodor as well, and we saw James Arnold in our last set of videos playing his Speed Darkrai deck, which did get him a top 4 placement. Yeah, top 4 placement. I did lose to actually a Mega Mewtwo Garbodor deck in the top 4. But here we go, guys. It's a little bit different. There is a Wobbuffet in Randall's Axe spot, which we know Evan did not play at all. So here it is on a James turn. Going to Ultra Ball, discard a Sycamore and a Dark Energy. Now, even though Randall has a Wobbuffet, James can get out a Hoopa, use Scundring, search for 3 new EX Pokemon because Wobbuffet only shuts down non-psychic Pokemon. And we see that James does have an Yveltal EX in his deck. He didn't have that yesterday, but this is how he's going to try to beat, pretty sure Mega Mewtwo in like the grand scheme of things. Like, you put a bunch of energies on it, you can kind of retaliate, I guess is what he's going for. He did change up his deck list a lot. If you saw him shuffling, he does play Nest Balls now. We see a Max Elixir, going to put energy to the Yveltal EX and an energy to the active, and giving both players a new hand of Sex. So let's see what happens. I mean, with James, you just got to find more Max Elixirs. And that's pretty much it. Maybe some Fury Belts. And I mean, outside of that, you really don't need too much. I mean, you're good to go. You've already attached one turn, and there's a Nest Ball. Gonna search for a base Pokemon to put it on his bench, which is, like I said, something we didn't see his list yesterday, but he did adapt and put that in his deck, which is great to see people like evolving their decks between days, which is really cool about this back-to-back League Cup. Now, on Randall's turn, he's going to draw a card. He does find a Mega Mewtwo. He does have a Psychic Energy, and right now Psychic Energy do 3, 6, 9, 100, minus 20 is 80 damage. But there's a DCE and a Sycamore, discarding 2 Psychics, a Lysander, and an N. And can Randall find a Flowstone to retreat this Wobbuffet? There's a Mewtwo Spearlink. He does have a Shaman and Ultra Ball. He could Ultra Ball, discard the Shrine of Memories and Shaman to get out a Trubbish if he wants to, but nope, just going to pass on a James turn. And let's see if James gets here. Looks like he's trying to opt to play an Ultra Ball, maybe. Let's see. We see a Ultra Ball discarding a Lysander Shaman. This could find another Darkrai EX, which is really okay. Maybe Yveltal, so that way he can Blivwing if he wants to. Okay. We will see a Fury Belt to the active. We'll see a Trainer's Mode. Look at the top cards of his deck. He has a Switch. And he can switch to the baby Yveltal and start using Blivwing. And this makes it where your opponent has to be a Lysander, or I mean, it's basically whoever attacks first kind of thing. So switch to baby Yveltal, and we'll see a Sycamore. Discard his hand, draw 7 new cards. I think I see an EXP share in his hand, but I do not see a Dark Energy, which is it's very unfortunate. So we'll see a Yveltal coming down with an EXP share. We will see maybe another Nest Ball to get another Darkrai EX down. And he has another EXP share in hand, but nope, not going to grab anything. Which, I mean, could mean it's prize. Maybe he doesn't want to grab it right now. There's a lot of different reasons why he couldn't do that. EXP share the Yveltal EX and a pass on a Randall's turn. So see Randall put another Mega Mewtwo EX down the field. He does have an Ultra Ball. He could discard like the Shaman and maybe the N. Oh no, yeah. Shrine of Memories is fine, I guess. It looks like he's going to discard the Sycamore. It looks like he wants to keep the Shaman EX in his deck just in case later on he wants to use it. Once Wobbuffet gets out of the Axe spot, he will discard the N. And let's see what he gets here. Does he find a Trubbish? Another Mewtwo? We see there's some kind of cards going on right now. It'll take a second. We're still new to this while they were doing it, while we were streaming. So yeah. So we'll see another Mewtwo come down, and we'll see a Shaman gonna come down and a Sycamore, discard his hand, drawn 7 new cards. Now Randall has his own Wobbuffet and kind of forgot about the Wobbuffet in the act spot. We'll see if Flusso to the active. He can retreat and Psychic Infinity, but right now Psychic Infinity will not knock out his Evital, but there's a Mega Turbo to the act, or to the bench Mega Mewtwo, imagine. 3, 6, 9, 12, and now he'll take a knockout. Another Mega Turbo, putting a Psychic Energy on the other Mega Mewtwo, okay. And we'll see a treat and a Psychic Infinity for 130 damage, hitting the perfect number on the Evital EX. Now on to James' turn. You probably send in, okay, he's going to send the Evital. I think maybe the Darkrai and just start swinging this turn. At least put some pressure down if you can. And we see it in. Both players are going to set up. Randall is going to get 5 and James is going to get 6. Alrighty, so can Randall knock out Darkrai EX the turn is a big question if James attached to Dark Energy. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 190 minus 20 is 70. So all Randall we need next turn is a DC to knock out this Darkrai EX. No, wait, 7, 8, 9. No, a DC to make a Turbo. So is he an Ultra Ball from James? Gonna grab a Shaman EX. There's no longer a Wobbuffet in the Act spot. So now you can use Pokemon's abilities outside of Psychic Pokemon. We'll see a Trainer's Mode. Look at top 4 cards of his deck. Does find an Ultra Ball and Olympion. Looks like he's gonna opt to get nothing. Okay. And we'll see a Dark Energy active and a Shaman set up for 5 new cards. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. He's got a Train as well, another EXP share. And does he find a Max Elixir? And nope, there's an Escape Rope and just nothing really from James' side of the field. I mean, he can Dark Pulse this turn. He'll do 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. But this Mega Mewtwo has 210 HP. Oh, wait. Yeah, 210 HP. So, yeah. I forget the HP is literally right there in front of me. Thanks to the big jumbo cards, which is amazing. So we'll see what James decides to do here. Does he find a Max Elixir? I don't see one in hand. He does have an in, but he's already played a Explorer card. And we'll see a Dark Pulse for 90 damage. Now, on to Randall's turn, he does have a DC, and this DC will allow him to knock out this Darkrai EX in the active spot and go down to 3 prize cards. The only thing is, James gets keep all those energies on the field, but he doesn't have a... Oh, no, but put it... I think you put on the active, take a knockout. So Ultra Ball, discard Super Rod, and Garbodor, okay? We make sure to do the math right. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 230, minus 20 is actually not enough. Yeah, he needs a DC plus a Mega Turbo. So he might be trying to go to a 2-shot this guy, so Shaman's setting up, okay? Does he find a Max Elixir? And I think you kind of just go for it if you have plenty of Max Elixirs. And let's see, what does he do here? Because he could 2-shot this Darkrai, but I think you really want to try to 1-shot it right now, if possible, just to take a lot of threat off. There's a DC going to the active, and we'll see a Sycamore. Hold on, is that a knockout? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 240. Oh, that is, yeah, that's enough for knockout. What am I doing? DC was way more than enough. What am I talking about? Can't do math today, guys. It's been a long day at work. But on to James' turn, you see he does shot that. He does get energy on that Evital EX, and right now, what is Evolve? There we go. Thank you. All right, so Evolve pops up right there. So Evolve do 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 21, 40, 160, 180, which will knock out this Mega Mewtwo EX. Which you see that Evital EX can counter this Mewtwo EX deck. Like all of a sudden, Evital is doing a ton of damage because Randall did commit 2, 4, 5, 6 energies on his Mega Mewtwo EX. So is he Evolve for the knockout, and we have a game here all of a sudden. So on Randall, I'm going to send the Wobbuffet. Okay, gonna look to his discard pile. He's down 2 DCEs. Can Randall take a knockout this turn? Right now, Psychic Infinity do 3, 6, 9. It's only do 100 damage. He's got to do 70 more, which is a DCE plus a Mega Turbo, and that's correct this time. So see a VS Seeker. Does he play Sycamore? And he is going to play Sycamore. Discard his hand, draw 7 new cards. Does he find those 2 cards as a Mega Turbo? But I don't see a DCE in his hand right now. We see a Trainer's Mode, the top cards of his deck. Looks like he's not going to grab... Okay, grab a VS Seeker, okay. But let's make sure to do the math right. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Yeah, he has to find a DC plus a Mega Turbo, which I do not think is possible. So he's spilling, go to the Mewtwo on the bench, okay. We will see a Mega Turbo, most likely, to the bench Mewtwo EX. But Psychic Infinity will not take a knockout this turn. And if you're Randall, do you just pass with the Wobbuffet in the act spot? James will still have to knock out 2 EX Pokemon, so that's actually not that terrible of an idea. Just let your Wobbuffet take a hit. Really no need for your Mega Mewtwo to take any damage. And we'll see a pass onto James' turn. Alright, so on to James' turn, can he find a Lysander? We see a Darkrai EX coming down. We see Max Elixir in his hand. Can look at the top cards of his deck. Get another Dark Energy on the field. And looks like we're going to see a retreat, actually, into the Oblivion Yveltal. And to start using a Oblivion and get a bunch of energy on the field. Nope, never mind. No, we're not. Okay. I thought we were, but now we're not. Okay. James does have a Max Elixir. I'm going to use that and put a Dark Energy on that bench. Darkrai EX. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. If James has a Fury Belt, he can actually knock out a Shaman EX this turn if he wants to go that way. We'll see retreat into the Darkrai EX. Does he have a Fury Belt plus a Lysander? Dark Energy to bench Yveltal. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's actually enough right now. So yeah, we'll see a Lysander bring in the Shaman EX, and we'll see a Dark Pulse for the knockout, going down to 2 prize cards, and all of a sudden it is a very close game, and Randall finds the DCE. Oh no, he hits the DCE now. He could have taken a knockout, but now the pressure is on. He has to find a way to get the Shaman, and what he could do is DC the Shaman and Sky Return. We'll see a Mega Turbo to the Mewtwo, put a Psychic Energy on it, but I think you have to Sky Return here just to get your Shaman out of play. He will end James down to 2, I think, here, if he wants to go that way. And, no, he's going to go for Sycamore here. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Does he find another Mega Turbo? If he does, he will take a knockout. And he does find a Mega Turbo, so he will knock out this Darkrai EX. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. And retreat to to the Yveltal. I mean, Darkrai to the Mega Mewtwo. Take a knockout, going down to 1 prize card. But does James have a way to take a knockout this turn? Alright, let's see. He's got a Dark Energy and a VS Seeker. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he just has a Dark Energy Darkrai, lights it over Shaman, and win the game this turn. I think that's what you do here. I mean, you have a Lysander discard pile, you have a Dark Energy, a VS Seeker. Darkrai will come up, put a Dark Energy, a VS Seeker for Lysander, bring in a Shaman. And even though we saw some crazy back-to-back knockouts, James will take that game. And that was actually a really, really good game. I mean, you saw James adapted his deck from day one and now has an Yveltal EX to counter these Mega Mewtwo decks, which did help him out a lot. I mean, all of a sudden, you know, Randall's doing a ton of damage, one-shotting Darkrai's, but James like, no, I'm fixing to punish you. I'm going to Evolve you for 1 billion damage and take a knockout that way, which is really, really nice to see. And really cool thing about Pokemon is, and not about Pokemon, but these tournaments back-to-back, is you can adjust your deck to the meta. And we see James does take an advantage of this and see, you know, Mega Mewtwo is a big deck the day before it won. It'll probably get played a lot more day 2. And that's what we definitely saw in this tournament, was there was a ton of Mega Mewtwo floating around after day 1. More than the other day. We see, oh, the National Championship mat is coming out. Look at that beauty. That is beautiful there. I imagine Rick went and found this somewhere lying around. Randall. All right, there we go. Oh, that is beautiful right there. All right, so there we go. Playing on the National Championship mat, which is really cool to see. But both players are going to shuffle up and on to game number 2. I mean, that was about as close as it gets. Back-to-back knockouts, some crazy stuff happening. We see the camera being adjusted. Like I said, this was the beginning of this whole tournament, this whole streaming thing. So it did take us a little while to get it set up. But both players are going to find some base Pokemon. Put down 6 prize cards. Sorry, guys, we're going on an adventure right now while we adjust this camera. And here we go, guys. There's the handshake. And on to game number 2. Randall will draw a card, and let's see what's going to happen. Randall finds a Mewtwo EX. I don't think I see a supporter card in his hand. So, Psychic Energy, I see a Lysander, Floatstone to the active. It's dark all of a sudden. But it'll get fixed, I promise. So, on to James' turn, going to draw a card. We see an Ultra Ball. Going to discard 2 cards from his hands. Discards a, let's see, a Hex. No, Olympia. Sorry, I thought it was a Hex for a second. And an In. Okay. And does James still play Hoopa? That's the real question. I don't know if he plays it anymore. There's a Shaman coming down. Okay. He can set up some more cards, but does James have a way to thin out his hand a little bit more? We see an EXP share to the active. Okay. We see, what card is that? An Escape Rope, making the Mewtwo coming up. And we'll see Shaman setting up for 4 new cards. So 2, 3, and 4. Does he find a Dark Energy? He does have one. Gonna put the active for sure, I imagine. And does he have anything else? He does have VS Seeker for N, but Randall didn't play anything. Nope, just gonna Hex, own a Randall's turn, gonna draw a card. He finds a Spearlink, DC to the active, okay. Spearlink, and we'll see a Garbodor, and 30 damage, alright? Or 10, because Shadow Straw does 30 times amount of Psychic Energy, 30 times amount of Psychic Energy on the active Pokemon, but minus 20 for resistance. And we'll see a Dark Pulse for 20, 40, 60, okay. So on a Randall's turn, does he find anything? It looks like he finds... I'm not sure what that is. Actually, it's too dark. But we'll see another 10 damage on James's turn. Oh, man. Can James find a way to knock out this Darkrai this turn? We see Ultra Ball discarding a Dark and a Switch. Okay. I'm not sure what card he grabbed. There's just Shaman, which he can't use. And Shaman setting up, but she can't because Garbodor is in play. And we'll see another 60 damage coming down. Own it, Randall's turn, finds a Mega Turbo. Oh no, James did discard a Dark Energy, but it doesn't seem like it's going to matter any. I mean, yeah, there's a Perilous Seed come down, and we'll see a Retreat into the Garbodor. Pass on to James' turn, going to max looks like the top cards of his deck. Not going to find anything. We'll see another Dark Pulse from James, doing 60. And on a Randall's turn, going to draw Sycamore. So he will be able to Sycamore, discard his hand, draw 7 new cards. We see Shrine of Memories and a Sycamore coming down, drawing 7 new cards. He does find a Mega Mewtwo, Mewtwo with a Spearlink. He could put down a Psychic Energy, it looks like, to the bench, Mewtwo EX. And will Randall let this Garbodor get knocked out? It's not too bad of the play. You don't really care about Garbodor too much. James doesn't really rely on his abilities. And we'll see a VS Seeker for N, giving both players new hands of 6. You know, James had that for the longest of times, and he held out. He was like, I'm going to wait. I'm going to see if I can take this game. And unfortunately, he did not find it. Could not take the game before Randall found a supporter card. So both players are going to find some new cards. James just found a Dark Energy. He's got a Nest Ball as well, which can get him another Darkrai EX. And Dark Pulse for the knockout. Going down to 5, which does activate abilities again. Alright. We'll see a Dark Energy attachment to the Darkrai EX, most likely. We'll see a Trader's will look at top cards of his deck. Does he find a way to treat this active or switch out of it? If he could go for an Oblivion, which could be really nice. So see another Nest Ball from James. Gonna play that and search the deck for another basic Pokemon. And let's see, gonna grab another not another, but the Evital EX. Okay. We'll see an Evital EX coming down. We'll see a Dark Energy attachment to, I wonder who, the Darkrai EX. Okay. And we'll see a Dark Pulse for the knockout. Oh, no, he's just going to pass here. Not letting Randall turn on his abilities. So see a Mega Mewtwo coming down. We will see... Let's see here. Alright, so let's see. We see a Mewtwo with a Spearlink coming down. And right now, Psychic Affinity, it can't be done because there's not enough energies in the field. But Randall does have a Psychic Energy in hand. He could put down the bench Mega Mewtwo. And do 3, 6, 9, 12, 130, 110. So we see Psychic Energy on that Mega Mewtwo. And we'll see a pass on a James's turn. Neither player wants to swing first. So we'll see a Dark Energy on the Evital EX. We see an N. Both players will shuffle up against 6 new cards. Now, I think if you're Randall here, I don't think it was too big of a deal to retreat. And just Psychic Affinity, put some pressure on your opponent. Maybe Randall just wants to one-shot this Darkrai, and that's what he's opting to do. So James is going to use a Trainer's Mode. Look at top cards of his deck. Does he find a Switch or an Escape Rope? That's the main question. He does have a Max Elixir. He can use that to try to find another Dark Energy, and that is what he's going to grab. And will he find another Dark Energy for maybe Darkrai? I don't know, Evital. Let's see what he finds here. Gonna find a Dark Energy. There we go. Okay. And where does it go to? Gonna go on the Evital EX, which is not a bad play at all. But does James have a way to switch out the active? There's a few go to the bench. And it looks like James, does he Dark Pulse here or not? Or does he just pass again? I'm not sure. No, he's actually going to retreat, okay. Send up the baby Evital, and he's going to Oblivion for 40, knocking out the active, but getting energy back on the field. Probably just going to the Darkrai EX. Alright, so on the Randall's turn, he's kind of forced now to attack. with the Mega Mewtwo. Mega Mewtwo will not take a knockout right now. That Evital does have 170 HP thanks to the Fury Belt, so he will need a lot to actually knock out the Evital, while James can constantly just keep him in Believe Wing, get some more energies on the field, and be good to go that way. You can see Randall's trying to contemplate which do I send up. He's going to send the Mewtwo with all the damage on it, which is very interesting. It does get knocked out by Believe Wing automatically. There's a DC going to the active, okay. Maybe he just wants to save his Mega Mewtwo for being hurt from Obliv Wings, which doesn't seem like a bad idea at all. We see a Sycamore going to discard his hand, draw 7 cards. Does he find a Mega Mewtwo? He does have an Ultra Ball, which will allow him to get a Mega Mewtwo. So Trainer's Mail, look at top 4 cards of his deck. He does have it. I think it was the N going to his hand. Okay. But yeah, let's see what's Randall going to do here. Does he Mega Ball? I think you have to. You start doing damage to the Evital, then you force James to like a Blizzwing, then you can maybe find a Lysander to bring up somebody the following turn or something. So is he Ultra Ball discarding a Wobbuffet? It looks like he's contemplating Shrine of Memories. I think that's what it is. Yep, Shrine of Memories being discarded. Going to find a Mega Mewtwo and use Psychic Affinity in 3, 6, 9, 12. And going to use Hoop Bug Scoundering, which is just as well great because now you can find 2 Mega Mewtwo's. Looks like 1 Mega Mewtwo is prized because he didn't grab it, obviously. Nope, there it is. Alright, so 2 Mega Mewtwo's and a Shaman coming down. And yeah, Randall's going to have 2 Mega Mewtwo's coming down. He's got a Shaman as well. Does he want to play it though? Yep, we're going to Shaman for some more cards. Okay. And we're going to see Psychic Affinity do 3, 6, 9, 12, 130 damage, which doesn't knock out the Evital. If it didn't have the Fear Belt, it would be an knockout, obviously, but James does have that Fear Belt. So on to James' turn, he's got a Dark Energy, he can attach that somewhere. He can then Oblivion, get 2 energies on the field, which is really nice. So you can see James is slowly getting a ton of energies on his field. Gonna put a Dark Energy, maybe on the Darkrai EX with the Fear Belt, but no, gonna put on the Evital, okay. Yep, maybe. Hold on, he's taking, yep, energy on the Evital. He's got a Lysander, which could bring up that Mewtwo with the 2 energies. And just Oblivion, put 40 damage on it, and just try to start racking damage on that Mega Mewtwo. Yeah, gonna Lysander, bring that Mega Mewtwo up. And we'll see Oblivion for 40, putting a Dark Energy probably on the Darkrai with the Fury Belt, and not on the EXP share one, I think is what we're going to see here. So no, going to go to Shaman instead, okay? So on Randall's turn, going to draw a card. He's got a DC in hand. He could put that on the active if he wants to go that route. Oh man, it's going to get weird here in a second. Like Randall's going to have 2 Mega Mewtwo's kind of hurt. While James has a ton of energy on the field. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which allows him to do 140 HP. And yeah, 140 HP is really close to knock out this Mega Mewtwo. It doesn't knock out immediately, but it is very, very close. And we see Randall actually attach the DC to the bench. You can see he is scared of that Evital EX. We see a Mega train as well for Mega Turbo, okay. And will he Mega Turbo to the active? Will he Mega Turbo to the bench Evital? I mean, Mega Mewtwo, that's what we see, okay. And we'll see an Psychic Affinity for the knockout. Flowstone to the Hoopa first. And Psychic Affinity going out of 5 prize cards. The EXP share will activate, putting that Dark Energy on that guy. And we'll see a Darkrai going to the act spot. Now, right now, James needs to find a Dark Energy plus an Max looks take a knockout. So Max looks to look at the top cards of his deck, and he doesn't find one, unfortunately. Let me make sure I did the math right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 160, 17, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, that will take a knockout because the Fear Belt. Oh man, the Fear Belt coming in so clutch. So Trainer's Mode, look at the top cards of his deck. He does have 2 VS Seekers. It is VS Seeker, Ultra Ball, and a Lysander. Okay, so Lysander going into his hand, but I think right now you just Dark Pulse the active for the knockout. Maybe it's not a knockout. Well, I thought it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 8, 160, 1, 7. I mean, he could have knocked out the 40 HP one, but what he probably didn't want to happen is his opponent be able to use Shrine of Memories to heal all the damage off the Mewtwo, which is probably why he opted to go to Mewtwo with all the damage on it. So on Randall's turn, going to draw a card. Can he take a knockout this turn? 36, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 220. He needs to find a DC plus a Floatstone to take a knockout on with the bench Mega Mewtwo. But then if you do that, then Evital EX can then maybe knock you out. It is so weird now thanks to this Evital EX. It does swing this matchup in James' favor for sure. So see, Randall, look at this discard pile. He does have a VS Seeker, but who do you bring up? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. What he could do is VS Seeker for Lysander, bring up that Evital EX and knock it out and kind of get the threat off the field. No, but just going to grab it in instead. They're going to get players. Randall's going to get 6, and James is going to get 3. Alright, if Randall had a Lysander, I think you do bring up that Evital EX and just knock it out while you can, and just take an Evital EX off the field, and you get rid of 1 energy, which is really nice too. So both players are going to shuffle up, Randall's going to get 6, James is only get 3, okay. And let's see what Randall decides to do here. He will have to 2-shot this Darkrai. There's pretty much no way he can take a knockout now since he attached the Psychic Energy, unless I'm bad at math, which we have learned through that game that I am. So see, it's like you're going to the bench Mewtwo. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 220. Nope, just going to pass on to James' turn. You can see Randall is going to wait before he attacks. So an EXP from the Darkrai. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's doing 170, which is enough for the knockout. Wow, alright. So, what would James do here? He does have a Lysander discard pile, but looks like he just was a Dark Pulse for the knockout. I mean, that's not a bad play either. Or he could Lysander up to Mega Mewtwo and just knock that out. If he wants to go that way. So VS Seeker for an in, maybe? I don't know. Maybe a Sycamore, get more Dark Energy on the field, and just draw no more cards. That's not a bad thing. Looks like he is going to grab a Lysander. Bring up the Mewtwo at the 40 damage, maybe? No, going to bring up the Shaman, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 160, 170. No, gonna bring up the Mega Mewtwo with the 40 damage and take a knockout going out of 1 prize card. So on Randall's turn, going to draw a card, and there's a Psychic on the Mewtwo. We see Super Rod shoved back into Psychic Energies. Randall has to Lysander up that Evital EX. If he swings with his Mewtwo right now, that Evital EX will probably take a knockout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It does 180, which is really, really close to taking a knockout. We see an N. Gonna put James down to 1. Randall will be able to knock out the Darkrai EX, but if James finds an Energy plus a Max Elixir, he'll be able to knock out this Mewtwo straight away as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, hold on. I think if he just finds the Dark Energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, he needs to find a Dark Energy plus a Fury Belt, okay? But either way, James is in such a dominating position right now. I mean, you gotta think it's almost over for Randall. So James gonna draw a card. He has another EXP chair. He can put that on a Shaman, and that's what we're gonna see. And got a Pokemon Cylinder. Heal the 60, heal the damage off the Darkrai. We'll see an Evil Ball for 200 damage, 180 damage. But all Randall could do, is just damage change, take a knock on the active, just move that, just transfer the damage over, and I guess that's game? Question mark? I'm not sure what just happened. I mean, maybe James had enough energy on the field to take a knockout the next turn. Or are they going to game number 3? Nope. All right. Yeah, I think James won that. I think Randall. Yeah, maybe I'm not sure. Maybe time was called and Randall thought he lost. I'm not sure what happened there because I can't really rewind it because it's too much. But yeah, I think Randall could have just damage change. I don't know. But James ends up winning. I'm not sure what exactly happened, but there we go. James takes that game 2-0, and there we go, guys. That's round number 2 of the Madison League Cup. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. Alrighty, bye. If you see something I didn't notice, let me know down below in the comments as well. Alrighty, bye. Alright guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.